In today's video, I'm doing a pork butt on the Oklahoma Joe's Rider DLX pellet grill. Hey, this is Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue of Wisconsin, and welcome back to the channel. But if you're new here, we try to help you enhance and amplify your backyard barbecue fun. In today's video, I'm doing a pork butt on the Oklahoma Joe's Rider DLX pellet grill. And I put it on the bottom rack just to prove that it could do it. And I didn't even wrap it. I ran this thing straight through. Now, in full disclosure, Oklahoma Joe's sent me the Rider DLX so I could do an honest review on this pellet grill. But I have to admit that I had a couple technical difficulties during the production and the filming of this video. Number one, big fingers sometimes miss the record button. And number two, sometimes when you're recording a video and you've been drinking, doing a low and slow, you don't always notice that your mic has ran out of battery power. But that was just at the very end of the video, and I'll tell you what, this pork butt turned out fantastic. So grab a bag of ice and a rut sack, Mitch. We're gonna smoke up a pork butt on the Rider DLX. So today we're doing a pork butt on the Rider DLX. Now I went ahead and injected it with some Dr. Pepper last night and cleaned up some of the excess fat. And the rubs that we're using today are some Suckle Busters, Hoochie Mama, and Sugar Daddy. That sounds like a match made in heaven. All right, so we're just gonna start coating it up, and you can get very liberal on this big chunk of meat. It isn't gonna hurt anything to really pound this in. And do not forget the sides. And I'm really excited about using my Haley home cutting board today. Thank you very much, and if you guys are interested, check the links below. Get yourself one. They'll even engrave it for you. Just keep on tapping it in, because you want this rub to stick. I didn't use a binder, I'm just using the sweat from me salting it up last night. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and start layering just a little bit of the Sugar Daddy on top, and just make sure you're pressing this in because you don't want it to fall off on the cutting board, even if it's pretty fancy. Same thing, get the sides. And this side I want to make sure I get a lot on here. There's no fat on this side at all. And it doesn't hurt to even add a little bit more if you want to, in spots that you missed. And today's video is sponsored by Wine Till Sold Out, or WTSO. Now you can find wines all across the globe, any type that you like, just by going to their website. Now the bottles on WTSO are always changing, so you can always find something new to try. And the thing that I like the most is they got some free shipping options. And if you use my promo code BBQ20, you'll save yourself $10 on any purchase of $50 or more. And that lasts until December 31st, 2020. So what are you waiting for? Check out the links below and head on over. Get yourself some wine with your barbecue. All right, let's head out to the Rider DLX and get this pork butt under some smoke. All right, let's get the Rider DLX fired up. Press the power on, and we're gonna turn it right down to 250 degrees. Open up the lid and let all that white, disgusting, gross smoke escape, and then close up the lid and let this preheat up to that 250 degrees. You want that cast iron grate to start getting some temp on it. Don't just go ahead, turn it on, and throw your meat on. Let that pit in that chamber get up to temperature and run there for a while. All right, you didn't get to actually see me put the pork butt on because somebody has big sausage fingers and didn't press the record button correctly. But let's go ahead and check out this pork butt. It's been on for an hour and a half now. Well, we're starting to get that barbecued look. Starting to get a little juicy on that one part. That's good to see. Hear a little bit of the sizzle in there. We've got an internal right now of 113 degrees. All right, now this pork butt is starting to look pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a water pan to it now. I wanna keep that moisture level up in that chamber. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in this small cast iron bread pan. It's filled up with some water. Just gonna go ahead and put it right on this side right here. That'll work. And now I'm gonna go ahead and set a timer for 1 hour. Then I'm gonna take the pork butt and rotate it 180 degrees. Probably doesn't matter a lot because it's cooking right over the fire pot, but what I've noticed before in the past, that the front side has always been a little bit hotter than the back side. So a good 180 degree turn ain't gonna hurt it none. Okay, my 1 hour timer went off. Let's go ahead and rotate this pork butt 180 degrees. All right, she's looking pretty good. Getting a little sizzle in there, a little bit of fat burning down. You can see that burning right on top of the heat deflector. Our little water pan is helping out, but we got a long ways to go. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this 180 degrees. Now I'm gonna set a timer for 2 hours and then come back out and just check and see what my bark looks like. I'm running my ThermalWorks signal, so that's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so I can always check and see what my internal temperatures are. But I wanna see that bark. I wanna get a good bark before I go ahead and wrap it up. It could be at 170 degrees, we don't know. But I'm just looking for that nice darkish mahogany color. All right, our 2 hour timer went off, plus I added another hour, so that's a total of 3 hours since you see me last. I just decided, hey, I'm at 163 degrees, let's push her up through, and I'm gonna run this all the way till finish. I'm not wrapping this pork butt, I'm running it right above the fire pot until she's done. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, she's looking pretty decent. Bark is sticking. Got a little bit of juiciness over here. Yeah, I'm gonna run it all the way through. Why not? You can see that the grease and the fat's running down on top of the heat deflector, but I ain't getting any flare-ups. I ain't got nothing burnt. That's just pure bark. All right, my internal temperature is right at that 189 degrees. I'm liking this. That's it. We're running it all the way through. And now I'm gonna set a timer for another hour. And it's probably since like 1980 where somebody actually just did a pork butt and didn't throw it in a foil pan or braise it up or anything. Let's go old school and just run this pork butt all the way till probe tenderness. That's fun. Now I know a lot of you are saying, why does Ricer have a backpack on? It's not a backpack, it's a cooler. It's from East Hills Outdoors. We'll open it up and see what's inside. Now East Hills sent me this and said, hey, we got something I think would go great for your videos. And let's see. Well, and they're exactly right. I could store my wine glass, my wine opener, and then we open up the bottom section. And what do we have in here? I'm able to find a bottle of wine in it. This part's the cooler. So if you're gonna carry beer, you can throw some ice in it. Ooh. And today with this pork butt, we're drinking some Mountain Head Zinfandel. It's from Sonoma County, and everybody knows that Sonoma County is probably the biggest Zinfandel producer in the world. Well, at least that's what I think. You can leave a comment below if I'm correct. And the great thing about the cooler backpack, it kept it right around that room temperature. Now for you people that don't realize, when they say room temperature, that came from France. Way back in the old times where they had to wear those goofy hats and them wigs. Room temperature was like 60 to 65 degrees. And if it's real hot out, you can chill it. I know some people say never chill any wine, but I say if you wanna drink it and you like to chill it, sure, it might just deaden the flavor a little bit, but you can still drink it. Why do we drink? Because we like it, so drink it however you want. And I'm really sorry to all you corkies. I don't have a decanter where I can swish this around for a little bit. I just got this glass and this bottle and this mouth to drink it. This kind of tastes like black raspberry. Are you sure you made this out of grapes? It's good though. Did you know that they stored this in oak barrels for like 12 months or more? They should send me some of the empties. I'd use it for some smoke on some barbecue. All right, this pork butt has been in the Rider DLX for 7 hours now. Let's check out some temps. Well, I can tell you we don't even have to check out the temps on this. This is so soft. This is crazy butter. Good here too. There's the bone. But oh yeah, she's ready. We're running right around 208. This is still butter though, and then the front part we're right around that 199. She's done. All right, here's our pork butt. Let's go ahead and get it wrapped up, but we want it to breathe off a little bit. We don't want this to continue to cook, so we're gonna lay it on some aluminum foil, give it about 5 minutes, wrap it up, and then put it in a cooler. All right, we're just gonna set it right on the aluminum foil here for a little bit, and we're gonna give this just a couple minutes and let it rest and breathe off. Then we're gonna go ahead, wrap it up, and put it in the cooler. Okay, we'll just take one piece of aluminum foil, go this way. We wanna keep it kind of tight, obviously. Get it in here. So, start squishing it down, get all the air out of it. And we didn't add any juice, because we don't have to braise this one. Bring it right up into a nice little football. Now I'm just gonna take this butt and wrap it up in a couple towels and put it in my cooler. If you're lucky and you have a Cambro, well, you're lucky, you got a Cambro. I'm using a cooler. Now while that pork butt is resting, I'm gonna start doing my cool down. I'm gonna take my bucket and place it right underneath. And we're gonna come up here. Now, you can see, I did add pellets one time to this.
but I'm gonna get it like this, pull the handle on the side. I'm gonna let all of my pellets out. And I like to wiggle a little bit. I'm gonna turn up my temperature to high grilling, and I'm gonna let the Ryder DLX burn out the remainder of the pellets that are remaining in the auger. This way, it burns off all the grease that's inside the cooker from this long, low and slow cook. And this way I don't have to worry about the Ryder DLX jamming up. I have seen some people talk about it. This way, I'm burning everything out of that whole auger. It's clean. When I start up next time, all I have to do is wait a little bit longer for it to prime. Let's go ahead and take out our water pan. And I'm gonna get off the Signals ambient temperature probe, close up the lid, and just let it cook out. But you are gonna wanna set a timer for 10 minutes and then come back out and turn it off so it goes into the cooling down mode. All right, our 10-minute timer went off, and on the controller, I'm starting to see it drop in temperature, so that way I know that all those pellets are through the auger. Now it's a good time to turn it into the cooling mode. You can see now as the temperature starts falling, we're safe, everything's burnt out. Go ahead and just turn it just to off. And it'll say cooling. Now this process is gonna take at least 20 minutes to completely burn out all the pellets that are in the fire pot. Let it do it, because this way, when it comes to your maintenance of your cleanup, you know that the fire pot has everything burnt out. It's so much easier. And doing a low and slow, you are gonna have some grease and buildup in there. Now make sure you open up the sear zone and look through that you can see light through the bottom of it. If not, I just use a long screwdriver and just kind of pick away at it a little bit with the shop vac underneath, so I make sure that that fire pot is absolutely clean on the next time that I'm gonna use it. Next time you see me, I'm gonna be sitting at the kitchen table and we're gonna do a taste test. I've been drinking a little bit because this is a long cook, and you might as well drink if you're outside barbecuing. It's beautiful out today. I'm wearing a t-shirt, and I live in Wisconsin. That's awesome. All right, this pork butt has rested for 2 hours. We ran this completely through, no crutch, nothing, just on that smoker. So it's gonna be a little bit different than your normal pork butts that get braised. But this thing is tender. I'm gonna tell you, this thing is tender. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull some just with my gloves. Oh yeah, she's very tender. Ooh, look at that. Man, we can just pull this out. I can get all this meat off. This is stuck right there a little bit, but bink. This is very tender, but it has some really crazy bark. And when you don't wrap or crutch your pork butt, it's gonna be stiff on the outside. It's gonna have some stiff bark, and I like that. And once in a while, why not try something a little different?
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and become a subscriber. Turn on that notification bell because you don't want to miss my next video. Plus, I want to give a big thanks to my new Patreons. Thank you very much for joining me, and at the end of this video, you too can become a Patreon. I'm gonna do some things very special for all of you. We might just do an offline live chat, ask me questions, or we'll just sit around and drink some beer and tell funny jokes. But I appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for watching. But we'll see you in the next video.
Okay, our 2-hour timer. Yeah, don't, shish. Stand still. Shish. I got it, bud. I got it. I don't have patience. I mean, it takes a long time to cook a pork butt straight naked. You better have 2 bottles for this one. Trust me. The pellets in the pot are growing. Today is a pork butt Easter.